Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the bootleg, it's Minshew. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Now, off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Those are the back-breaking plays defensively that you just can't allow. You have the quarterback dead to rights. You're about to get off the field, and instead, you let him turn into a runner, big play, and he picks up the 1st down.
Minshew now to throw on 1st and 10. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
Minshew. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's Minshew. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. 1st and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
To throw once more, here's Minshew. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Jack Jones. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw him a curveball.
Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And this is taken in by the defense. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage.
He works free, right side. And he will dive into the end zone. 72 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I like we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jack Jones. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. The defense comes up with the big play, and the pick 6 changes all the momentum. New leader in this one with that touchdown.
Mike, this is one of those plays at the end they're going to look back on and say that play changed the game. Not only do you create the turnover, you take it back the other way, and now you find yourself with the lead here in the second half.
Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders will open up a 6-point lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. But dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. Open man downfield. It's DeAndre Hopkins with the grab. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, sometimes as a quarterback, when you decide to pick up those yards with your feet, you got to pay a price. And in this case, he takes a big shot, but not before he's able to pick up that 1st down.
There he goes again.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 2. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
Once again, it's Pacheco. Well, they weren't going to get him the 2nd time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
3rd and long. A handoff to Pacheco. On 4th down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. Officially a 29-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs will cut the lead from 6 down to 3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Abdullah now to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground, and here's Madison. That'll bring this to about the 25. George Karlaftis there to make the play. 2nd down and 8. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back is Minshew. He keeps it himself. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the 1st down. On 3rd and a yard, it's Minshew. That is brought in. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Vegas. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. Hardman now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Mahomes. Off he goes.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the 1st down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. This one, a deep shot for Rice. And the Raiders are going to take over just shy of midfield.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On 1st and 10, it's Minshew. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
After playing pretty well the first 3 quarters, found themselves nursing a lead. It's a bad time to get the turnover bug here, Mike. I mean, that's twice now in the 4th quarter they've turned the ball over, and instead of being in prime position to close this game out, they're fighting for their lives.
Now he'll run it. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. And even 30 yards. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Motion man is Rice. They'll try to run this one in. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
I like the 1st down call, Mike. You're trying to take advantage of a defense that might be selling out, expecting run, but to no avail. Then you change it up and go on the ground for nothing. Brings up 3rd down. This is a tricky situation for any play caller.
And he is not going to get in to make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 4th and goal. Here's Mahomes. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Trayvon Merritt.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
On 1st down, here's Minshew. He's got Myers on the completion. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. From the gun, here's Minshew. He'll go right back to Myers. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame. Here's Minshew now on 1st and 10. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. Here we go. One final play. He'll air it out down the middle. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook. So this one, a win for the Raiders. And it was their defense that led the way, forced 4 turnovers in the game. That is hard to overcome historically for any team. That held true again here today, as those takeaways paved the way to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders, winners here. We'll see if there are other winners outside. So long from Vegas.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not me. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in the shack now. Still push a button and let the roof on the lack down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
hey, all my hot girls yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em
hey,
out.
all the dope boys yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
hey, front to back they yelling,
Bring 'em out,
hey,
bring 'em out.
to get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. You talk about, now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I copy chromed out, hard talk career with a shine. I got some time, name. I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em
hey,
out.
all my hot girls yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em
hey,
out.
all the dope boys yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
hey, front to back they yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em
hey,
out.
mic check 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do when you show up on the scene with a 2 Drew on you and your friend and play a little 2-on-2? If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show 'em this ain't the squad for a sucker to test. Pimp, but too large and we way too fresh. Work well with. And quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we'll be standing in your front yard yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em
Hey,
out.
all my hot girls yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em
Hey,
out.
all the dope boys yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Hey, front to back they yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em
Hey,
out.
all the front yard yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em
Hey,
out.
all my hot girls yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em
Hey,
out.
all the dope boys yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em
Hey,
out.
front to back they yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Oh.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. 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 Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
You just heard the sound of the king of the south. T.I.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play, and Wilson wants to throw it. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 47 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They go play action with Wilson. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Mike Williams, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Tua going to throw. Rolling to his left. And going deep for Hill. This is caught at the 20. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 60 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 15. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Here's one deep for Pickens. incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Wilson. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Looking to pass. Tua steps away. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Here's Tua. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Partners, not often did you see one of those big tight ends get overthrown in the end zone, but we just saw it happen.
Tua sets up to pass it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Durham Smythe from 13 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now it's Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun, Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Now their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. Now Wilson. That's caught downfield by Pickens. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back plays of position has totally been flipped. Throwing again here, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Play action. Now Wilson. Williams brings it in. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
That's another Pittsburgh Steeler.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Warren, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have regained the lead. Wilson going to throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Out to his left. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. No sign of Tua departing. 4th down, they're going for it. Tua on 4th down, on the move to his left. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. And that was just a good job there of being mobile and creating something.
Being able to extend a play and get people open or buy yourself more time to run with the football, that's a really nice job there.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Tua. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Achane. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Touchdown! Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Calais Campbell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Wilson to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Now it's Wilson. A short one there to Freiermuth. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
To throw again is Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. George Pickens, his intended receiver there, and it's 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. Tua going to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Achane. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Oh, what a great job defensively to stack things up. They were committed to stopping the run. They knew it was coming. And now it looks like they should get the football back as they force an important 3-and-out.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on 1st down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Here's Achane to start the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Alex Highsmith there on the tackle.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Here's Tua. Being chased out left. This is Smith with a grab. Into space at the 45. And all the way up to the 46. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Tua. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Achane. Taken down at the 42.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Forced out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the ex-Dolphin, Minka Fitzpatrick. Loose inside the 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
I think this one went away very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
This is 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
That is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing now is Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here's 1st down. Here's Wilson. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on. 2nd and 10. Now Tagovailoa. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we say so long from Pittsburgh.